Probably in a simple sense, the corporate ethics, it is almost just like our initiative, how exactly we are going to uh, take involvement directly into the organizational viewpoint and how we are going to get responses. That is going to be one of the most important topic always. So that is how these participations are going to get continued. So when it leads to the meaning of corporate ethics, 100% sure everyone of the individual has got their own values, norms, beliefs, attitude. So really, one of the biggest question is going to get whether we are contributing to our organization. That is the first question. Whereas the second question is whether our organization is contributing anything to us in terms of building our culture. Yes, both the platforms are 100% right. That we are also contributing something to our organization culture as well as we are learning from our organization culture also. So, how all these things can be dealt? How the management people supposed to teach to their employees, to other stakeholders. So, how the culture can be taken into one of the best of the path? Yes, that is one of the biggest questions. So, one of the discussion sessions we had in the previous session, whether really managers and employees or peer group members, whether they are going to give their own cultural influence or else whether culture motivations will be there over these employees. And as according to our previous session discussion, yes, we arrived at the conclusion that 100% sure one of the individual he is dedicating more amount of time in his organization compared to his family. So very much sure that he is adopting the culture and he is associated in those amount of cultural aspects. That is the reality involved. So even we were there in the session of learning the importance. So now the question is going to get bigger. As it's like, yes, culture decides employees' intersection at your workplace. It is one of the simple understanding. Every individual will be having their own thought process of interaction. Yes, why do they need to interact? To run their economic activities, to run their business show. So then, how does it gives its own implication over our culture? Yes, that is the important matter. As is like how the interaction is there, what kind of attitude is being showcased, what kind of perception is being received by the third party or your client. That is most important. That is the representation of organization culture. And come to the second point, promotes the healthy competition. Yes, very much clear. We are all having one of the common perception as such like I'm always right, where might be others are wrong. That is one of the common perception in most of the individuals' mind. Then what is the solution? How to come out with the solutions into our routine? Is there any ready-made path to move towards? No. Every one of us are creating our own path to reach our greater heights. Probably someone's path is such like through hard work. Another person is thinking about smart work. Another person is thinking about dedication towards his routine jobs. Another person is thinking as it's like he would like to work because he need to complete that job. Every one of us have selected our own route map, and it promotes the healthy competition here. One common culture in the organization, it promotes healthy competition. As it's like every individual, instead of selecting more and multiple amount of paths, they are going to select one common way of approach. Subordination of individual interest to the general interest. So very easily, target can be achieved by everyone. That is the main achievement with the help of these healthy competitions. So culture represents predefined policies, very much clear. All the time, we will be rushing up towards attaining a common goal, and that predefined policies are most important, and those predefined policies are only the representation here where they have arrived at one of the conclusions. Yes, that is the route map they have already crossed in many of their stages. That is the location point where they started visualizing about their routine jobs. Correct. So, predefined policies representation is your organization culture. Correct. So, corporate have different cultures. 100% sure. And that cultural aspects also gets differ between the organizations. Probably we may go for taking the simple consideration as like a corporate company name A, company name B, C. So just we are going to label it here for an example. And that corporate company A is having the culture of a participative leadership style, and they would like to listen to all their colleague, peer group members, and collective decision. Corporate company B, they are having a dictatorship where they are listening to one boss and they are arriving at same common conclusion, and they are moving forward with the work. Yes, company C, they are trying to take up initiative in terms of a laissez-faire or also free rein kind of organization. That free rein kind of organization where they are trying to take their own initiative, but target is already being given. Decision is up
So
to
can
them.
I rejoin, sir?
Yes, Mr. Karthik, please. Mr. Karthik, please contribute your answer. No problem. Okay. So let us complete this discussion so that Mr. Karthik also can contribute his points. So the thought process we were discussing, such like different cultures. See, the first organization was into that participative leadership style, whereas the second organization they are into the amount of dictatorship, and the third organization is about cases where, okay, so yes, so all the three levels, three different organization styles. The common thought process is to attain the common objective. But culture gets different. Correct. That is the most important aspect we need to understand. And almost the culture brings all the employees on a common platform. Yes, we are trying to attain the common goal. 100% sure that culture is going to bring all the employees in to one of the common platforms. As such, like probably you are going to lead that yes, I'm only person working alone in the organization. Need not to be. No, others are working so hard. That's the reason they are getting benefits of incentives, increment. Not necessary. Yes, one corporate culture is trying to make all the employees with one common streamline. That one common streamline is there, no? That is creating a common platform. That is taking all the individual employees towards the next level of group. 100%. Okay, yeah. So with this note,
Sir,
we could able
Karthik wants
to
to join.
understand. Okay, yeah. So with this note, we could able to understand one of the main topic, importance of corporate culture.